want to go on a rant here. What the hell does rant mean?
Episode lucky number 36. And I have no motivation to do anything. So
when do you ever have motivation?
It's Tuesday night. It's different whenever we're not at our normal time. It's weird. So we're doing it Tuesday night. I'll probably put it up today since I have to work tomorrow. So yeah, we have somebody died last week, I guess.
We actually did 2. Remember that was the
we did 2 again.
Yeah, remember when we had Bobby guess a year, and I said, "What if he guesses Mary Reeser's year?" And then he actually guessed.
That was one of our highest streamed episodes. Still hasn't topped the pilot. That's still our number 1 episode.
Wow!
But we've been getting 15s the last few weeks. A couple of 20s. Episode 24, where you condoned murder. You condoned the O.J. Simpson murders. I just re-listened to that ending because I couldn't remember what happened. That got like 20 views or plays. So yeah, we're not too bad recently.
Not bad. So we actually had 2 deaths last week, both in 1926. One of them was Bobby Leach, the stunt performer who died after a botched amputation after he slipped on an orange peel.
Good times.
So I looked into this a little bit. So first of all, Mr. Leach, just to give you a little fact about this stunt performer, he was the second person ever to go over Niagara Falls in a barrel. He did this in 1911, while Annie Taylor did it in 1901. So he was 10 years later after a woman did it. He spent 6 months in the hospital recovering from injuries he sustained during the fall, which included 2 broken kneecaps and a fractured jaw. So in 1926, when he died, while on a publicity tour in New Zealand, he injured his leg when he slipped on an orange peel.
Orange fucking peel.
The leg became infected, eventually became gangrenous, which necessitated the amputation of the leg, and he died of complications 2 months later. I actually found a news article about this jackfuck, which the article said, death follows accident, recent fall in the street. Bobby Leach, known to the world as the only man to survive the feat of going over Niagara Falls in a barrel. So that means the person that did it first, she died. Died in a private hospital in Auckland, New Zealand yesterday. He was aged 69 giggity years.
Yeah.
After a life of intrepid exploits and hairbreadth escapes, the actual incidents that led to
hairbreadth?
Hairbreadth. It actually says hairbreadth.
Great fucking, I gotta look that up. Never heard that phrase before.
Led to his death seems like one of those ironies of fate that bestrew the pages of ancient fiction. Wow, 1926 writing, baby. For having defied death 100 times, he at last owed his end to a piece of orange peel.
That's unbelievable.
So then the other death.
It means a very small distance or margin.
Oh, so that actually kind of goes then. After a life of intrepid exploits and hairbreadth escapes, so.
I don't think anybody. I don't. When was the last time that was ever used?
1926.
Then, yeah, the 20s.
The other death, Philip McLean, 16, and his brother were clubbing a cassowary, that big ass bird, on the family property in Mossman, Queensland, when it knocked him down, kicked him in the neck, and opened a large cut, leading to his death. So, upon researching this, they didn't attack the cassowary. They were defending their dog, which was attacking. The cassowary was attacking the dog, so they started clubbing the cassowary. So
I hope the rest of the family murdered the fucking bird afterwards.
I hope so. So in April 1926, in a sugarcane growing area of North Queensland, Philip McLean died after receiving an injury to the throat. He had tried to protect his dog, which was being attacked. The one documented human death was caused by a cassowary on 6 April 1926. A 16-year-old Philip McLean and his brother, age 13, came across a cassowary on their property and decided to try to kill it by striking it with clubs. That's what the original article said. Upon doing more research, it says that Philip and his brother Granville, who names your kid Granville, first of all?
That's great.
Were out looking for their horse when their dog bailed up a large cassowary. Bailed up. What, it sized it up like I want to do this right now? Granville, the younger brother, rushed in to help the dog, who was getting beaten up. It was getting beaten up. That's what it says, getting beaten up.
Wow.
And got kicked in the leg. Brother Philip then attacked the cassowary with the horse bridle he was carrying and was struck in the neck. Philip ran towards home, but only made it about 200 yards before bleeding out.
Poor guy.
Do not know if they ended up killing the cassowary, though, or did it finish off the dog. I'm not sure.
Well, good night, everybody. I can't get better than that. All right,
Hairbreadth
fucking-
escape.
I got nothing, so I want to hear the let's get the rant. I feel like we just jump into the rant for Randy out there.
All right, so
changing the banner.
When we last heard last week, we were going to find out by the end of last week that the funds were going to be back in my account. Friday came. At about noon on Friday, I checked my bank account. Nothing. Nada. Zilch. So pick up the old cell phone, text Mr. Manny on his Terminex cell phone. Motherfucker has my phone number blocked.
And we have issues. Awesome. You froze when you said you texted Manny.
Am I back?
Yes.
It was the for dramatic effect. I froze on purpose. So texted Manny on my cell phone. Number came back. He has me blocked. He blocked me.
Wow.
So I was like, well, fuck this guy. So
I didn't know you could get like a bounce back to show that you're blocked.
Oh, I knew I was blocked because he had an iPhone. It was not sent as delivered. It was like the green text. So then I called, went immediately to voicemail, which is a sign that you've been blocked.
Shouldn't you, if you get blocked, shouldn't you not even get their voicemail? Can you still leave them a voicemail?
It just sends it right to voicemail.
And you can leave one?
Yeah, so I did. It was not a nice one.
Interesting.
So then
weird.
I call the Terminex number, being like, all right, let's see where I can get with this. Talk to a very lovely woman named Gina. She's like, oh, let me see if I can help you. As her kid's crying in the background and the dog's barking. I'm like, sure, let's see what you can do, Gina. So she's looking up. She's like, yeah, it looks like on whatever, July 5th, it was sent to the district manager, Caitlin. I'm like, oh, this is the first time I've ever heard the name of who the fucking district manager is, Caitlin. So she's a fucking cunt. Hate that bitch. And, it says that they approved the refund. Okay, so why hasn't the refund been, taken care of? Yeah, because Manny never fucking processed it. The manager approved it, and Manny did jack shit with it. Because Manny is a piece of shit. You hear me, Manny? You're a piece of shit. So she's like, well, let me see if I can escalate it to my manager to get the refund processed because it says that it was approved to be able to get this for you.
We should give out Manny's number.
1-800, I'm a fucknut.
Because I'd text him right now.
So needless to say, she said, I'll put this in to see if my manager will approve it. And it should take 3 to 4 business days. And I'll email you on Monday to let you know if it went through, which was shocking to me because all these people I've talked to have been like, we can't email you anything. We're not allowed to. So I'm skeptical that anything's going to happen. So then yesterday comes on Monday at, let's see what time it was. Monday at, the anticipation is killing me, 1:38 p.m. I got an email from the account specialist, Gina. Good afternoon, Mr. Amy. I wanted to give you an update on your refund. I see a refund has been issued on 7/18 back to your credit card. And then I checked my bank account and I got the money back. I want to send Gina a motherfucking fruit basket. She was the first person to actually help me. Manny can fucking sit on a dick. Gina, love you. Love you. Want to send you a fruit basket. Love you, Gina. Fuck Manny. Fuck Terminex.
What a fucking waste of time that entire saga was.
Needless to say, I still send you pictures and snaps of the fucking woodchucks that just want to fucking eat my face.
We have to find like an actual reliable Terminator. Wow. Exterminator. You need to find a Terminator to go back in time.
Arnold.
Go back in time and kill Manny or kill Manny's fucking parents. What a
I'll
fucking
kill Manny's great grandparents. I don't give a shit.
What a giant waste of a fucking business they have. I can't imagine they've
Awful.
satisfied any clients.
Awful. The next time I go to my cardiologist, because my cardiologist is literally right next door to the Terminex office in Newburgh, I'm just going to stop in and be like, hey, Manny, fuck your family.
No, you won't. You should, but you won't.
I'll find out what kind of car he has. I don't think air out of his tire.
You should give me his number. I'll fucking text him, try to book a fake appointment, and tell him to go. It's 1, 2, 3. Fuck yourself, Lane. Kill yourself, fucking Massachusetts. Fucking moron. I'm an idiot.
Hated him.
All right, we have like literally.
Do you have anything for the taste test?
There's the box is pretty much full of shit that I won't eat. I have one final like real.
Why is it full of stuff you won't
Really?
eat?
It's the shitty drinks, the fucking like more Skittles that I already tried, and then like the really hot stuff.
I have to send you another box.
This is
Then.
a Kit Kat. Yes, I wish. Kit Kat from, I think this is Dubai. So it's got like one of these things, one of those like cookies in it.
Ooh,
So this is gonna be good, I bet.
I hope so.
It's Kit Kat Crunchy with Lotus Biscoff.
Hashtag change the banner.
I don't need to change the banner. I'm gonna rant on how bad this is. Why don't you just like fucking text me? There we go. We never put the taste test banner up.
I hear the crunch.
There's way too thick of a layer of chocolate on top.
Whoa, that is a thick chocolate layer.
You do taste. It tastes exactly like that. Whatever these cookies are, we've all had those before. Tastes exactly like it.
Is it good though?
It doesn't remind me of a Kit Kat. I would have never guessed it was a Kit Kat. But the chocolate with that cookie on it is good. I do like that. Yeah, that's pretty good. It resembles a Kit Kat. It's just I prefer the regular whatever wafer they use in a normal Kit Kat. I'll finish this right now. This is good.
I have something for the taste test as well.
I don't want. What was my like number one thing? This is probably one of the top few. This is up there with the fig and nut.
Really?
This is genuinely good. Like I'll finish this.
Even with the thick chocolate layer?
Yeah, they could cut that off a little bit. You don't need it that thick, but still good.
Maybe they make it that thick so the cookie inside doesn't overpower it entirely.
For some reason, I really like these cookies. Like I would never just eat like a sleeve of those cookies by itself, but with the chocolate, that's pretty good. That's gone instantly.
That should be your number one, I think, because I don't think any of the other ones that you've liked you finished that quickly.
Snickers, I did. Other than that, I also tasted the Taco Bell's mango freeze today. That was really good.
Really?
Got a brain freeze in the middle of the mall. I thought I was gonna die. So I was like, "Oh God, oh no!" It wouldn't go away.
You don't strike me as a mango guy.
Fucking Mango Madness is the best flavor of Snapple. I used to buy fucking Mucho mangoes. You remember those? Arizona, by like the dozen because they were $1. There's a picture somewhere on Facebook. I bought a literal case of them one time. So good.
Would you eat like the fruit mango, just like a piece of mango?
One of the only sushi rolls I used to really eat had mango in it.
Really?
I just tried one with mango. It was good, and then I took it home the rest for dinner or whatever, and it was not good after that. So if you get mango in your sushi, eat it all right away or throw it away.
Because it probably gets too soggy, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it was not as good. But yeah, mango's good. Anything mango flavored, I'll go for.
So now I saw this. I think Sal posted this a few weeks ago because you brought up Snapple and Arizona.
Volcano or the guy that Alex was at the wedding?
Volcano, not that tool.
His name was Sal.
So where do you land, Arizona or Snapple?
I don't drink anything Arizona besides the Mucho mangoes. I don't like iced tea. Snapple's got like a fuck ton of flavors. But I never really liked kiwi strawberry. I always went for the Mango Madness. That's really the only one of those I drank. Anything mango, I'm all about mangoes.
Really, the only Snapple I like is peach tea. And I haven't drank it in 15, 20 years, but that was the only Snapple I ever liked.
I don't like any tea. Tea is gross.
So I do have something for the taste test. It's what I texted you about last week. So Kate, one of the stores that she goes to, that store manager, her husband works for Pepperidge Farm and got a in development flavor of goldfish that may never release.
Yeah, I bet he smuggled it out illegally. It's like making the toys and you keep the prototypes when you're supposed to destroy them.
So these are a sale sample in development. They're Dunkin' Pumpkin Goldfish Grams.
Dunkin'? Like donuts?
Yeah. Look at the size of these things. They're coated in like a graham cracker like type coating.
Pumpkin and graham cracker. I'm going to go with no.
Okay, no lie.
Those are not going to be flying off the shelves if they do make it.
This fucking tastes like pumpkin pie.
That's a October only release.
Yeah, you got to release this around like October, Thanksgiving. Like between October and Thanksgiving, that's it. These honestly taste like fucking pumpkin pie.
Well, if they put graham cracker on it, there's obviously no cheese. Like, it's not goldfish.
Yeah.
So that's what they're going for. Why don't they just call it fucking pumpkin pie bites?
Want to know what the first ingredients are?
Probably not pumpkin.
It says made with smiles and whole wheat flour.
Fuck your smiles. Made with love. How about you just make it with good ingredients?
It's got brown sugar, invert syrup, whatever the fuck that means, non-fat milk, dehydrated pumpkin, vanilla extract, buttermilk, maple syrup, molasses.
Pumpkin pie chips.
Those are surprisingly good. I can't see them ever releasing this widespread. It has to be like I said, certain time of the year type release, which I don't think Goldfish does.
I mean, they should. Start making seasonal products.
These are really... I was not expecting these to be as good as they are. We'll be finishing that bag in 25 minutes.
Yeah, not a big pumpkin pie guy besides around Thanksgiving. Like, I'll eat it Thanksgiving, and then it's just like, no, thank you.
So, like, what's your... during like a Thanksgiving holiday, what's like your go-to dessert then? Is it pumpkin pie?
There's a ton of shit. There's pumpkin pie, pecan pie. Somebody has apple pie. There's always some sort of dessert. And I end up eating like a little piece of each.
Because you want to know how weird I am? So when I was younger, my grandfather used to always make apple pie for every holiday. And obviously, like apple pie has the crust on top. I was born a fucking sociopath, I think. I didn't like the taste of crust.
Then it's just fucking apples.
So I perfected the method of being able to eat the filling without even like damaging the crust itself. So I would leave just the crust and I would eat just the apple filling.
But that's literally impossible to do with a top crust.
Now I would rather just eat the crust than anything.
It's the crust.
I did like a complete 180.
You need I don't like chunks of apple. So like if it's cut down and small, like you need the sauce or something. You
need to cut them thin and small so they really, really cook down into like almost I don't want to say a paste, but
the crust is too dry and it's too dry to just eat on its own. I need like some sort of fucking sauce. But a good apple pie is really good, but one with big chunks of apple, I'm just like, no, I don't want to deal with this.
I don't like pecan pie. I like pecans, but I don't like pecan pie.
What?
You think I would, though? Like, it doesn't make sense.
There's nothing, like, what ingredient in pecan pie is not to like if you like pecans?
I think
that's the one thing people would be like, no, I just don't like pecans.
I don't like the texture for some reason.
But it's just a regular pie with the pecans on it, but you eat pecans.
Yeah, like I said, it does not make sense to me whatsoever.
Yeah, that's not I need a different explanation.
I wish I had one because I should like it.
The texture of it biting into
it's literally pecans.
No, that's not the reason you don't like it. I refuse to believe that. Because that doesn't make any sense. It's like,
does anything I do ever make sense though?
But that logically doesn't make any sense. If you took a handful of pecans, it's the same thing as eating the top of the pecan pie. Because that's just what it is.
I mean, not necessarily.
Yeah, it is. What kind of pecan pie are you eating? The texture of pecans would be more annoying than a fucking pie. I wish somebody would make a blueberry pie for Thanksgiving. Maybe I'll suggest that. Love some blueberries.
Blueberry.
I think we still have a pecan pie in our freezer from last year that just nobody's decided to eat.
Really?
I'm like, why is this in here? Can I throw this away?
Why would you throw it away? Why not just thaw it out and eat it?
Because I don't want it. I look at it and I'm like, I would eat this, but I'm just not in the mood right now. And then I never go back to it.
I don't want to go through the effort.
Like the other day, I fucking saw there was a Whopper in the freezer. I'm like, why are you buying fast food to save for later? Like, what the fuck is going on here?
A Whopper? Remember when, what was it, Kiak? He would go to like the dollar menu of like 30.
It was the last day the McDouble was on the dollar menu, and he bought like 30 of them, and he froze them. By the way, Hector thinks you're a fucking idiot for not knowing who Dude Perfect or Mr. Beast is. He called me. He listened to the podcast, the part where I talked about I hated being in his wedding. He was like, I didn't think it was that bad. I was like, I oversold it. It wasn't actually that bad. Besides having to walk out in front of everyone, it was fine. But like, nobody wants to be in a wedding party.
What are the odds that's like the one portion that he listens to?
I think he has his brother's wedding is happening, and his brother is an idiot who he did his like tailoring and like I forget where it was, like maybe Cromwell or something. It was like an hour away from where we live. It's like, what are you doing? Why are you making people like go travel long distances to fucking get your suit fitted?
That's
just
annoying.
Nobody wants to be in a wedding, just ever. Your best friend in the entire world. This sucks. I hate it.
I don't want to go to a wedding either. You have to get dressed up. Like, no, thank you.
I know. That's
no,
why
pass.
I'm Bobby Griff. Sorry, I'd probably just pass, not go. I'm gonna get COVID that day. Sorry.
Don't jinx yourself. Now you probably will. They're gonna think you're bullshit.
I feel bad, but like Griff's is a whole hassle. I have to get a passport to go to Griff's wedding. If I'm even
surprised
invited.
you don't have a passport.
I wanted to get one just to have one to pretend I'm like Jason Bourne and like show my fucking IDs and shit. But like I have to go to the post office. I don't want to fucking do that. I have to figure out all those forms and shit. Just like I'm never going anywhere. Can't afford to fucking travel out of the country.
Yeah, but if you went to Canada, you might just not want to come back.
I know. I'd probably try to get sick up there and fucking get some free healthcare.
Yeah.
Fuck off, computer.
Speaking of idiots, did I tell you? So my brother and his wife, with their 2 kids, they sold their house.
Oh, really?
Yep. So they're supposed to be out of their house in like 2 weeks. They bought a new house, but they have to get a lot of stuff done to it before they can move in.
Was it cheaper?
No, it was they're moving to New Fairfield in it's called Sail Harbor. So it's a rich affluent area. That house is probably like $1 million, but
fuck did they afford that?
Guess where they're gonna move for the time being?
To Danbury?
Moving into my parents' house.
With your parents?
With my parents.
They just seem like they don't know how to plan anything.
Right?
I don't understand. Like, how long is that going to take?
Probably 2-3 months.
Terrible job.
So with 2 kids, they're both moving into my elderly parents' house. Like, it's just, I don't see that ending well.
None of them are vaccinated.
No, my parents are.
No, none of the other people are.
I believe my brother is.
He actually got vaccinated?
And boosted.
Wow.
Wife will not vaccinate the children.
Isn't that like he should just do it in secret?
I don't know if that would work. He could try, maybe.
Well, I mean, if one parent can say no and that's what it is, the other one can say yes and just go do it.
Very true.
Are they not vaccinated against anything?
Not sure, actually. I'm afraid to ask, to be honest with you.
Because if you're like, yeah, I got that measles vaccine, that's fine, but COVID, I don't trust. Oh, what's in the measles vaccine? Oh, I don't know. Oh, well, you're a fucking idiot then.
Fetuses? Isn't that what they always say?
Fucking
aborted
moron.
Fetuses?
Fucking fetus and stem cells. That shit's good. You want that stuff. Fucking Christopher Reeve used it to walk again. Fucking, that's how long ago I was actually watching South Park. That's an episode I remember.
Wow, that's like 25 years. 24
I gotta
years.
find out what that is.
South Park has been on for 25 years now.
It started a couple years before Family Guy. 96, I want to say.
I keep watching all their new movies that they keep coming out with on Paramount.
Christopher Reeve, South Park villains. That's hilarious. Oh, come on. Just give me the fucking name of the episode.
Or at least the year.
His first appearance was in the episode Crazy Cripples, but later appeared in episode 200. So I'm guessing Crazy Cripples.
Crazy Cripples has to be it.
Any guesses what year it was? I feel like it's probably early 2000s. Maybe
I'm going to say 99.
2005.
I'll say 99. That's like
2003. Season 7.
Wow, that's late.
2003. Still in high school. Yeah, that lines up because that was around the time the Michael Jackson episode. Yeah, that was like peak South Park, and I really didn't get back into it. The fucking Kanye gay fish. Some of the best stuff.
Love that show. Still love that show. Still watch that show.
I honestly haven't probably seen an episode in like 20 years.
Really? Oh my God.
Alex
I watch it multiple times every day.
Yeah, just not that into it. What is this? Great snap. All right, yeah, we have nothing to do. So let's hope we get an obscure MLB pickle player.
Well, I just sent you something that Randy sent to me.
We can do a bracket after this, but let's do fucking pickle. I forgot about the brackets. All right, how about we go with who was the guy from the Mariners last night?
Julio Rodriguez.
Let's start with him. All right, he's a Right-handed thrower. Good job.
which means he's also a switch hitter.
And he's either in the NL West or the rest of the AL.
AL.
So who's in the AL West?
It wouldn't be the AL West.
I mean the NL West.
Switch hitter that's in the NL West.
Who's a random fuck on the fucking... No more Diamondbacks, please.
If I swear to God, if it's a Diamondback, I'm never playing MLB Wordle ever fucking again. Ever.
Switch hitter. We can at least find somebody on the fucking... Like, who's on the Dodgers? Who's somebody on the Dodgers?
Well, Freddie Freeman's a lefty.
Yep. Cody Bellinger's left-handed.
Max Muncy's lefty.
Justin Turner's
Turner's righty. I think Gavin Lux is lefty. I'm starting to think they don't have any fucking switch hitters.
I'm tempted to just put in Justin Turner just to eliminate the NL.
That's a good plan. Okay, we've eliminated the National League.
All right, so it's in the American League, not the West. And he's American. And he's not close to 21 or 37, so that really narrows it down.
Fucking guess Aaron Hicks. He's a switch hitter.
Oh, my God. Could you imagine that? Switch hitter, righty, in the AL Central.
Okay.
From America, younger than 32, older than 21. Switch hitting in the AL.
What about...
In the AL Central.
I can't think of any switch hitters on the Royals.
Do you know any switch hitters on, like, the fucking Tigers?
Javi Baez. Isn't he a
He's
switch hitter?
not a center fielder, third baseman, or a center fielder. Javi Baez? I don't think so, but I don't know for sure.
We could at least eliminate the Tigers then.
The AL Central, yeah, we figured. And he's 29. We got the age. He's not a switch hitter.
So 29.
So he's not a shortstop, third baseman, or center fielder, but he is in the AL Central, not on Detroit. So let's see. Is fucking douchebag Mondesi is a shortstop. Whit Merrifield's not a switch hitter.
Benintendi's a lefty. Sal Perez is a righty.
God damn it. How about the Twins? Not Gary Sanchez. It's not Gio.
Jorge Polanco's a switch hitter.
You think it would light up if it was a shortstop, though? Because isn't he like a second baseman shortstop?
I think he's just second base.
At least on fantasy, he is. Oh, shit. Minnesota in the Central. We got his age, too, also. Switch hitter on the Twins.
Luis Arez is righty. No, I'm sorry. He's lefty. Correa's righty. Urshela's righty.
Yep,
Jose Miranda's righty. Byron Buxton is righty. Max Kepler is lefty. How do I know everybody on the fucking Twins?
Do you know anybody on their bench? Because haven't we already had a fucking... Oh, we also did Baez and Polanco, knowing they're not fucking from America.
That's true.
Although Puerto Rico is...
This is a trick question. It's going to be a pitcher.
I thought about guessing a pitcher, but like, is it a switch hitting pitcher?
It's going to be a switch hitting pitcher.
All right, who's on the fucking Twins?
Sonny Gray.
No, I don't think he's
righty.
He has hit though.
What about Chris Archer?
He's older than 29, right?
Yeah, he has to be.
I feel like Sonny Gray might. Is Sonny Gray 30?
He's got to be over 32. God, who's that other fucking guy? He used to be on the Orioles.
Switch hitting fucking pitcher.
What about Joe Ryan?
Is that a reliever?
He's a starter.
Is he a fucking switch hitter?
We're going to find out. And we'll also see if it's a pitcher or not. I could be dead wrong.
It is a starting pitcher. Who the fuck else is on their team?
Dylan Bundy.
He's 29. He's
Got to
not
be
40 already.
It's got to be Dylan Bundy.
He is only 29. I feel like he's been around forever.
How is he a switch hitter? When has he ever fucking hit?
But yeah, they have interleague games every year now.
That was like a trick question.
Oh, we're just fucking stupid. Aaron Hicks, fucking idiot.
It was the first switch hitter I could think of.
He sucks Balls. God damn it. All right, what did Randy text you?
I sent it to you as a Twitter message. It was WWE as a movie, and it gave you like actors that would be people.
Oh, I've seen this already. Yeah. My favorite one is Sean Bean as Triple H. That's pretty good.
Or Jason Statham as Cesaro is like a...
Jason Momoa as Roman Reigns seems racist, but it's accurate. Jake Gyllenhaal as Seth Rollins. I'm going to go with not really. Henry Cavill as John Cena, maybe. John Cryer as Michael Cole is pretty good.
Yeah. I have no idea who Chris O'Dowd is.
I thought this said Chris O'Donnell for a second. How old is this that fucking Dean Ambrose is on here? Tom Hardy as Steve Austin. ScarJo as Becky. Maybe if she got her titties chopped off.
Donald Glover as Xavier Woods is a good one.
It's racist. James Corden can go fuck himself. Seth Rogen is Sami Zayn. All right, I'm on that. Kenan Thompson is Big E. Sounds racist. Ryan Reynolds is Adam Cole. He's way too tall. Way too
attractive.
And
Weighs too much, too.
Terry Crews as Titus O'Neil. Racist. How about a white guy playing Titus O'Neil? How about a black guy playing Michael Cole?
Did you see Titus O'Neil apparently opened Raw last night?
Yeah, I don't know what he was talking about. I was watching it and not listening. He's like something about like being an ambassador or something. So it's probably just to get the fucking heat off of Vince. It's like, hey, look, we have this guy doing this or some shit. I don't know. Whenever Titus is on the screen, I just instantly don't care.
Oh, that's sad.
I mean, he's fucking awful. He's awful.
God, remember he used to do that? Jesus.
Brutally bad. All right, let's go with a fucking bracket. I'm going to pick the oldest one I have, which is... Have we not done this yet? It's weird. The coolest moves or things? The fuck?
Okay.
All right, I feel like a mismatched 16 seed. The coolest move. Number 1 seed is not caring. Wish I could do that. Just somebody says something and you just don't care. And number 16 is boobs. Very, very poorly seeded. Boobs should be like top 5. The coolest things. Boobs.
I kind of got to go with the upset here.
I really want to pick boobs too, but it's like that's so misseeded. Because like if somebody's like, dude, you're a fucking loser. I don't care. It's like the coolest thing ever. You don't give a shit.
Yeah, but then it's also like, dude, look at your side boob. Like, come on.
Boobs is such a poor seeding. We're gonna have to bump the 1 seed, I think.
I'm curious what the other seeds are if that's the 16.
Because like I'm sure half of the population does not consider boobs cool.
Half the population is a bunch of fucking losers, and they do care.
You just call the entire female population losers.
Fuck them.
And gay people.
Oh, they're cool though.
All right, I guess we're going boobs. Although I like
boobs.
both of those. 2 should be... Yeah, the 3 seed is already fucking dumb. All right, the 8 and 9. 8, failed opportunity to have Razor Ramon, but they have having a toothpick in your mouth, which was cool like 20 years ago. And the 9 seed, winning a fight you didn't start. I'm instantly picking winning a fight you didn't start.
Yeah, 100%.
Best thing ever. You started the fight and then you got your ass kicked. That's fucking amazing. Although
or just like, winning an argument that you didn't start too. Like that's awesome.
There is something inherently cool about having a toothpick in your mouth for some reason, but not as cool as
but then you could accidentally swallow the toothpick and like.
Only you would do that, not fucking somebody cool. All right, so the 9 seed, 2 upsets. Number 5, sliding down a railing. Like that's better than boobs. And then the 12 seed, pulling a book that leads to a secret room. How often do you get to do that? I mean, that is pretty fucking cool.
But it only happens in movies.
I've never been able to do that in real life. I have slid down a railing and thought I was a fucking man.
I've never slid down a railing because I'd just be afraid I'm going to fuck it up and die. Even
a fucking small one, you just gently roll down. As cool as the fucking secret room would be, I feel like
that doesn't seem realistic. I feel like it's
practical.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to go 5 seed. I agree.
Number 4, celebrating before a shot goes in. I don't necessarily think that's fucking cool. And number 13, jet skis. What? I mean, it is cool. It is cool when you celebrate. Like, there's this thing of Steph Curry just turning around before a shot goes in. That's pretty fucking badass. Then jet
There's also
skis
many
are,
of LeBron doing that, and the shot just bricks.
I think 4 seed.
Why? What jet skis? What about them? Like, I just don't get that one.
I mean, they're cool, but are they really the top 16 coolest things?
How is it a higher seed than boobs?
That's
How does
true
jet
too.
skis trump boobs?
Number 3 versus 14. Surfing versus tattoos.
Ooh.
Kinda smell
Depends
that.
on the tattoo. You could be a total tool. Like my brother has a fucking tattoo on his arm. That's like one of those tribal type tattoo things, which just makes him the king tool.
Classic generic tribal bullshit.
Yep.
But I feel like tattoos are pretty cool. I mean, surfing is fucking cool too. But like, if you're not a big water person, I mean, like, I don't like the beach. When I see a surfer, it's cool. But like,
I hate the
cool
beach.
tattoos. I think tattoos are cooler personally.
I hate the beach, just like the whole getting sand and shit. Like I don't want anything to do with that. I'll go tattoos. But
Tattoos.
not every tattoo is cool.
Oh, God damn it. There we go. I'm back. No, a lot of tattoos are fucking awful. But the idea of tattoos are cool. So that's a 14 seed with an upset. A lot of upsets in this one. How is this a 6 seed? This is oddly specific. Catching a home run while holding a beer or a baby. I feel like catching a foul ball, catching any ball at a baseball game is fucking cool. You don't have to be holding a baby or a beer. And you also didn't specify if you had to not drop the baby or the beer. I would assume so, but
Caught the ball, gave the baby a fractured skull.
And then this is stuff that only happens in the movie, so I don't think this is going to win. Disarming a bomb at the last second. Yeah, it's cool, but it doesn't fucking happen.
Yeah, but in Lethal Weapon 3, they're too old for that shit. He grabs the cat and they run.
And didn't they wasn't it when on the toilet didn't that end up blowing up and they just sat in the bathtub?
Yeah, in Lethal Weapon 2, and Roger
didn't even
was
disarm it. He was literally too old for that shit. So I feel like home run.
Yeah,
for sure.
Unless you're Zach Campbell, then go fuck yourself. I hate that guy.
Piece of shit. 7 versus 10. 10 seed. How is this a 10 seed? Number 7 is something I wish I could do. Being able to dance well.
Oh, God, I wish.
And number 10 is dunking.
Wish I could do that too.
What do you wish you would? I feel like learning to dance, or at least being competent at dancing, is more practical. But I think I would rather be able to dunk.
So now it depends. I would want to know how to dance if I was, 8 years ago and I went to like 6 weddings in 1 year. Now I'd rather dunk because that means I'm tall. I'm so short.
Or you just have hops. Like it's the least it's not going to help you at all in any situation unless you randomly play pickup basketball. And you can
pick up basketball for money. I'm a little short guy. You don't think I can?
You don't think I can dunk? I'll give you $100. All right, and then you dunk. But I feel like it would be better suited in life to learn how to dance, even though I'm not in either of those situations ever. So I don't find myself in situations where I have to dunk or dance.
Like when Kate and I got married, we took dance lessons for like our wedding dance, which the lady was like,
I feel like I could slow dance. I think this more implies like actual dancing. Like
100%.
But
I go dancing.
Yeah, all right.
I wish I could go dancing. That's why I choose dancing.
All right, this is a fuck number 2. Number 2 seed, smoking cigs.
Fuck that. No,
number
that's not cool.
15, walking away from explosions. Way too many movie things.
Well, which once again, how does that beat boobs?
We should reseed this. This is so poor.
I don't want either of those to go on because walking away from explosions fake doesn't really happen, and smoking cigarettes is not cool.
Smoking cigarettes looks cool. You can't even deny it doesn't look cool, but it's fucking not cool. So by default, I'm gonna go walking away from explosions just because fuck cigarettes.
It's gonna lose to dancing.
So it's boobs versus winning a fight you didn't start. I mean, 2 guys. I lean towards boobs as great as winning a fight. Like winning a fight in general is amazing. Winning one that you didn't even start is incredible. But titties.
That's like the definition of fuck around and find out.
Yeah, that's all I have to say though is titties. And it's like, yeah, I'm going titties. I have to pick titties. I'm sorry. I'm a boobs guy. All those videos, boobs or butts, and they always pick ass. I'm a titty guy. Slight victory for boobs. And then what did we pick?
It was
sliding down a
seed
rail.
sliding down the railing, and then
I'm celebrating a shot.
pimping the shot before it goes in, all over it. That was the 4 seed, wasn't it?
16 versus 4, and then we got tattoos versus catching a home run. Catching a home run is always cool. Tattoos are not necessarily always cool.
Yeah, I got
But
to
I
lean
could go-
catching a home run.
I could go either way, but I feel like a home run is the way to go. And then dancing versus walking away from explosions. If that was real, then yeah, of course, that's fucking one of the coolest things in movies. But like, come on. Being able to dance is cool. Like, you remember that fucking Evolution of Dance video from like 2007?
Yes, love that guy.
Like, it's like, that's amazing.
I can't even do the chicken dance, for fuck's sake.
I would pay to see you do that. So then we got fucking titties versus celebrating a shot before it goes in.
I lean towards celebrating a shot before it goes in.
I am steadfast on titties. So let's go to the other side first. Catching a home run versus dancing. If somebody tells me they can dance, like, that's cool. If somebody told me they call it a home run ball, I'd be fucking jealous.
Yeah, I'd be super jealous if they could. Actually, I'd be jealous if they could dance too.
Yeah,
why can't I do that?
Fucking fatal 4-way. Celebrating a shot before it goes in. But that's strictly to fucking basketball. There are so many different types of titties.
Well, not necessarily celebrating a shot. You could kick the soccer.
Nobody.
You know it's going to be a goal before you even kick it.
Nobody does that though. That's like strictly a basketball thing.
Jack Hughes doing a slap shot, just turning around, rolling down the ice like I did this.
From center ice, he just fucking wrist shots and starts throwing his hands up. Maybe on an empty netter.
And it went in, would that not be the coolest thing ever if somebody actually did a hockey game and it wasn't an empty net?
The goalie would have to be a complete fucking idiot who's like just grabbing his water and not paying attention.
Mackenzie Blackwood?
I think the Flames are going to lose Kachuk also.
Really?
I don't think he's going to sign, and they're going to end up having to trade him. Maybe we can trade Blackwood to the Flames for fucking Kachuk. I'm just never voting against titties. I want the 16 seed to win.
All right, we'll go for it.
So it's titties versus dancing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Titties. That's the episode title, is titties, even though it says boobs. I just love Daniel Tosh, and I love big titties. I love all kinds of titties.
I love Daniel Tosh.
I miss Tosh.0. I always check to see if it's coming back or not. He still posts on his fucking Facebook page.
It's got to come back eventually, right?
Well, I figured it would have been by now, but it's depressing.
True.
We're going titties is the winner, because titties. What a fucking poorly seeded bracket. I mean, the 16 seed just won.
So there was, 3 or 4 seeds on there that were just like fake. Yeah. Walking away from an explosion, defusing a bomb.
Defusing the bomb, yep.
The book. Hidden room.
That you can have built, but how many homes actually fucking have that? Having a toothpick in your mouth? You couldn't think of something more cool than that? Like, really? Unbelievable. All right, how about this one? We've been sitting on this one for a while. The worst states. Are you ready?
All right, the top seed has to be Florida, Texas.
I would have thought it was Texas, and you want to be really fucking angry? Texas isn't even on the fucking bracket. Bullshit. So it is instantly invalid.
Bullshit.
Texas should be a 1 seed, and Florida should be a 2 seed. So the first matchup is Florida,
Alabama, Arkansas,
Florida
Missouri
versus State Farm commercials.
What?
They put that on there over Texas, the literal worst state. Like, what? Texas is the real answer to this, but based on this bracket, it's gonna be. I can already tell it's gonna be Florida. But
what?
Florida over the State Farm commercials. Haha, funny joke, morons.
I like the State Farm commercials. First of all,
I miss the original Jake though.
Me too.
Like he got fucked. They just got the newer, better looking guy. All right, Louisiana versus Arkansas, the 8-9 seed. I feel like Louisiana is probably worse, but at least Louisiana has New Orleans. What the fuck does Arkansas have? Literally nothing.
Isn't that where Bill Clinton was governor?
Yeah, and he was one of the best fucking presidents we ever had. What's your point?
I don't know. At least Louisiana has New Orleans. It's got gumbo. Arkansas is probably worse.
There's nothing to do in Arkansas. I can't imagine. Yeah, I'm going to fucking Arkansas on vacation.
Arkansas?
I don't think Bill Clinton being from there can save Arkansas. Yeah, how is it Arkansas? How is it Kansas but not Arkansas?
Yeah, that actually bothers me that it's not Arkansas.
All right, 5 seed versus 12 seed. Jersey versus New York.
Ooh.
I mean, how do you even put New York in worst states? It's fucking New York.
How do you put New Jersey on there, not Texas?
Well, I mean, people hate New Jersey. But
I would probably say New Jersey's worse.
Yeah, 100%.
What seed is that? I'm sorry?
5 seed New Jersey. Then the 4 seed Mississippi, instantly yes, versus the 13 seed Wyoming. What has Wyoming done? This is boring.
Yeah, there's nothing to do in Wyoming. It's got beautiful landscape though.
Mississippi.
Yeah, it's got to be Mississippi.
All right, 3 versus 14. South Dakota versus New Mexico.
I thought you were going to say South Dakota versus North Dakota.
North Dakota is on the list.
There we go.
Wait, where is Mount Rushmore? That's South Dakota?
I believe so, yes.
I think it's South Dakota. Because other than that, I don't think there's anything to do. In New Mexico, I don't know what there is to do, but I don't think they're piece of shit states. Maybe they are, but they're not as red as Texas and all that shit.
So South Dakota does have Mount Rushmore, but it also has that complete Kunta Kinte for a governor, Kristi Noem.
Why'd you call her a Kunta Kinte?
Kunta Kinte.
What does that even mean? You know who Kunta Kinte is?
It was my different way of calling her a cunt.
Oh, I was like, that's a slave from Roots.
It was my different way of calling her a cunt.
You already said cunt on the podcast today.
Cunt.
Yeah, I was like, why are you hiding it? Who is she?
Kristi Noem, N-O-M. She's the complete psychopath governor
too many
of South
cunts
Dakota.
to keep track of. I literally don't know them all anymore.
That's true. She's like the Lauren Boebert of Marjorie Taylor Greene of governors.
But how red and how fucking MAGA is New Mexico and South Dakota?
I think South Dakota is way more red than New Mexico.
I feel like then by default, South Dakota has to be worse. At least for us, who are fucking blue to the core.
The governor of New Mexico is actually a Democrat.
Okay, then let's go South Dakota. Fuck the Dakotas. Then we got the 6 and 11 seed. Wow, very poorly seeded. 6 is West Virginia. 7, wow. 11 is Alabama. Come on.
Ooh,
there's nothing redeeming about Alabama.
That's
Nothing.
poor seeding of Alabama. That should be way higher. Alabama's worse.
Alabama. And then number 7, Missouri, which is, I like St. Louis, but they're a little fucked up. And then 10 seed Nebraska, which I feel like is just boring. I don't think
they have corn, though. Corn Huskers.
I don't feel like anything MAGA comes out of Nebraska as much. Maybe I just focus all my energy on Texas and Alabama and shit like that. Maybe there are a lot of racists in Nebraska. I have no idea. But it seems
there could be a lot of racists in
Josh
Nebraska.
Hawley is from Missouri.
I mean, that.
And so is my friend Ben. So I feel bad, but I feel like I lean Missouri.
But he's not from Missouri. He lives in Missouri.
No, he was from Oklahoma. He spent most of his life in Missouri. I feel like I'd go with Missouri because of Josh Hawley.
Yeah, Josh Hawley's a piece of
and then
absolute shit.
The surprising 2 seed. Ohio's not even on this fucking list. Are you kidding? You get rid of State Farm, get rid of fucking New York. So the 2 seed is North Dakota, and the 15 seed is Indiana. How bad is North Dakota? Because I feel like Indiana doesn't have a good fucking government either.
And the governor of North Dakota, I've never even heard of him, so he can't be that awful.
It's probably good.
But I've never heard of him.
Who's the governor of Indiana?
Well, the governor of North Dakota is some guy named Doug Burgum.
No idea.
Of Indiana, it's Eric Holcomb.
I feel like I've heard that name before, and it wasn't good.
Well, probably not. I mean, he's Republican. Name one good Republican. If you're a Republican and listen to this podcast, fuck you. Sorry.
I know. I feel bad because I just generally judge Republicans, and then I actually know Republicans.
I don't want to completely alienate our, potential, dozen and a half.
I don't think a lot of the people who listen to this care too much about politics, but it's never about fucking politics. You guys suck.
I'm a woke liberal. Fuck you, Republicans.
I'm not even that liberal. You guys just suck.
I'm lefty and I'm leftist.
I feel like we go Indiana.
Yeah, okay. I'm good with that.
So it's Florida versus what did we pick?
Arkansas.
Florida.
Yeah, it's Florida.
Florida has some really good qualities, like Disney World, fucking. Although the warm weather is kind of counteracted with the fucking terrible humidity.
Yeah, the humidity is just god awful.
So we got New Jersey and Mississippi.
Mississippi.
Seems easy. Mississippi. And then South Dakota versus Alabama. That also seems pretty easy.
Yep.
Going Alabama. Dakota. And then Missouri versus Indiana. That one's kind of a toss-up.
I got to go Missouri because Josh Hawley is just a human piece of shit.
Hate that guy. And then Florida versus
and also,
Mississippi.
I'm not a big fan of St. Louis ribs. St. Louis style ribs, not a fan.
If you have a barbecue joint and those are the only ribs you have, how are you a real barbecue joint? How do you not have baby back ribs?
Exactly. So that kind of
I don't really like St. Louis style ribs that much. Like the baby backs are just better.
I agree.
Like I just don't understand. Like Hoodoo never had baby backs. This fucking place here doesn't have baby backs. Doesn't make any sense to me. Like I'll go if I want ribs, I have to go to like Outback.
Okay, so now I'm making this about food now. So now we're down to the final four, right?
Well, it's Florida versus Mississippi.
Want to know what the state food of Florida is?
Is it an orange?
The state food of Florida. Let's see. Hold on.
The state fruit of Connecticut was you.
Ooh, that's very true. So the state fruit is an orange. The state pie is key lime, and the state honey is Tupelo.
Tupelo honey? Tupelo is in Mississippi, though.
In Mississippi.
Wait, you don't have a state food? You just have a state honey? There's no like specific state food?
They don't have a state food. Mississippi's got nothing.
They do have good barbecue down south. I feel like Florida is much more of a toss-up than Mississippi for politics. But Florida is like fucks everything up.
I honestly am kind of leaning Mississippi.
So am I, because Florida has some redeeming qualities. Where like I'd go to Florida for like fucking NXT or Disney. I've been to Mississippi and I have no plans on going back. So I feel like Mississippi with the upset there, but Texas would have won if it was on the fucking list.
Oh, completely. Wouldn't have been a contest.
So what did we have left? Alabama versus Missouri.
Yep. Ready for the state food of Alabama?
Is it barbecue?
Their state nut is a pecan. That's right up your alley. Their state fruit is a blackberry.
Wow.
Their state free fruit is a peach. So we have to be getting specific here. Their state dessert is something called a lane cake.
Excuse me. This is who? Alabama?
Alabama.
Let me look up what like LANE.
LANE. Cake. Their food is shrimp and grits.
Lane cake, also known as prize cake or Alabama lane cake, is a bourbon-laced baked cake. Say that 5 times fast. Jesus. In the American South, according to Food, some douchebag, it was invented by some other douchebag, and she won first prize. It doesn't look appetizing at all. Like, that looks awful, actually. What the fuck is in it?
Bourbon. It's a big piece of bourbon.
What is lane cake made of? Main ingredients: sponge cake, candied fruit, raisins, pecans, coconut, and bourbon. I'm going to go no. No, thank you.
Are you ready for what the state food of Missouri is?
Yeah. Is it fucking Mark McGuire's dick?
Close. It's an ice cream cone.
How's it close? Wait, is it really? The state food of Missouri is an ice cream cone?
Yep.
Just a cone?
Just a cone.
Wait,
because apparently the cone is said to have originated in St. Louis at the World's Fair way back in 1904.
You seem like the kind of guy that would eat a cone by itself.
I actually had never had an ice cream cone until I started dating Kate in 2009.
Your childhood sucked.
Yeah.
How do you not have an ice cream cone?
I've never had an ice cream cone.
Oh my God. That's pathetic. I don't know who to pick.
Shit.
I feel like I'd rather live in Missouri than Alabama.
Yeah, I would tend to agree there. So I think we're going to the finals of Alabama versus Mississippi. We just blow them both up.
Oh man, who's worse? I seem like whenever anybody says like sleeping with your cousin or like the most racist place, isn't the first thing you think of is Alabama?
100%.
There it is, the worst state on this stupid fucking list, even though it's Texas. God damn, I hate the fucking country. Like I actually kind of hope Texas secedes. They never will because they'd be completely fucked without the rest of the country. But it would be so funny to watch them fucking just like they couldn't hold their power grid with federal assistance. Imagine if they were on their own.
They still can't.
That's why
Like,
that's why I don't understand how Texas just votes for whoever the Republican. They literally do nothing for you. Ted Cruz went to fucking Mexico when you guys were freezing, and you still vote for this idiot. This is Beto has to win. Like he just absolutely fucking has to win. It has no effect on us, really. Fucking, we're never going to Texas, but like he just has to win.
I mean, I think he's got a good chance. Did you see that, like in his?
But the fact that he's not blowing him out of the fucking like polls shows how stupid people in Texas are.
But a lot of women are now really backing Beto because of all the pro-life shit from Governor Abbott.
I can't imagine being a woman who's not pro-choice. That's just so insane.
Did you see that Beto broke a Texas fundraising record with a $27.6 million in fundraising?
I almost want to donate money to him. Like he has to fucking win.
I want to donate to Beto. I want to donate to Stacey Abrams in Georgia.
Is that Dan's wife?
Yes. And I forgot the person that's running against DeSantis in Florida, but like, take my checkbook, bro.
I remember. Did I show you that guy Ken Russell's running for Congress in Florida? Like I followed him. I commented on his page, just like tagging fucking Rob. I was like, hey, can you vote for this guy? He seems good. And like his page is like blowing up. He's like actually like he could win his race. And he like follows me. Like he seems like a chill dude who actually like gives a shit.
And in Georgia, Raphael Warnock has to beat Herschel fucking Walker because Jesus goddamn Christ.
It's unbelievable he even got nominated.
Jesus.
That's what I'm talking about. We don't need these states. They're just the worst. My body, my choice. I love that argument. It's like, how come you're like that for abortions? It's like, because I don't walk by a pregnant woman who got an abortion and like catch an abortion.
Did you get an abortion?
I can't catch an abortion from somebody, fuck nut. Like, just unbelievable.
It makes me so angry. Like and fuck Jim Harbaugh too, that piece of shit.
Like I'm kind of fine with forcing people to get vaccinated. I'm not like they should, so I'm kind of like, all right, maybe you shouldn't, but if you did, I wouldn't care. But like, let women choose whatever the fuck they want to do. Like,
it's let them choose whatever
I choose not to get vaccinated. Yeah, but you're fucking hurting the rest of us. Yep. If she chooses to get an abortion, there's literally no effect on you. None. Literally fucking none. So why don't you just sit down and STFU?
Did you see what I sent you about the On Patrol Live, what the departments are?
Yeah, it just looks like I'm just gonna. Where is it? I can read it. Fucking goddamn Marion County and whatever the fuck that says in Florida. So I'm sure that'll be just a bunch of fucking idiots. Beach Grove, which I would be like, oh, that's probably Florida also, is in fucking Indiana.
Like, how weird is that?
Nye County, which not really happy because they sucked. There was fucking nothing to do in Nye County.
No grass either.
Patterson Police in New Jersey, I'm fucking excited for.
Yeah, that should be cool.
Fucking Bernalillo, whatever the fuck, in New Mexico. So that sounds exactly like Nye County. And then South Carolina, Richland, and another. We really need 2 South Carolina fucking stations. Really. Florida, fine. You really need 2 in South Carolina?
They were willing. They were able.
I guess they take what they can get at this point. What day is it
on Friday? It's on Fridays and Saturdays, but Friday's the debut.
What's the channel?
Reels.
I have to see if I get Reels. Let's check the Spectrum guide right now live. I feel like we have nothing else to talk about.
Well, what did you think of the Reels on Spectrum in Trumbull? Supposed to be channel 811 or 144. I texted you that a few weeks ago.
Let's see. Is it loading? Oh, it's on. Wait, what the fuck are they showing? It says On Patrol Live. Oh, it's cops. Yeah, I get it. 144. What was the other channel?
811.
I got to bookmark this so I don't forget. Yeah, Cops is on right now.
It starts on Friday.
Let me,
Dan and Sticks, and the reason why Tom did not come back was because he had other projects that he was working on, so it didn't fit with the schedule.
Like what? I guarantee you nothing comes to fucking fruition for him.
Yeah, seriously.
God damn it. Get me to the guide so I can favorite this channel. 811. Reels. Sweet.
I'm excited for it. It's going to be different, but kind of the same.
It'll be the exact same. It just won't be on fucking A&E. I bet you it's virtually the exact same.
They're also going to do segments where they're actually going to have community members riding along with the cops, so can't wait for one of them to get killed.
Yeah, why would they do that? Nobody's watching it to see fucking Steve the fucking Walmart greeter riding around with fucking Sheriff Dickfuck. Like, it's fucking point of that.
It's Sergeant Dickfuck. He got promoted from deputy.
What about, I wonder what all those fucking jackfucks like Sheriff Mark Lamb is doing right now. Probably has a fucking gun shoved up his asshole.
He's probably still saying the election was stolen.
And that fucking cow chip bingo, that jackass.
I still remember that.
What a fucking Live PD was like a fucking religion. It was the best during the winter when there's no like baseball game on. You just fucking watch Live PD Friday and Saturday.
So well, now because SmackDown sucks, something else to do on Fridays.
That's true, but the Yankees are on now, and we're actually good.
Yeah, but do you see what our schedule's like coming up?
I mean, it's fucking hard.
Yeah, we got doubleheader of the Astros coming back from the All-Star break a day early, which just pisses me off. Then we get the freaking Orioles, who are good now.
We should still beat them.
Then we get the Mets. Then we get a little bit of a break with the Royals, and then we get the goddamn Mariners.
By the time we face the Mariners, they should be cooled off.
Or they're going to have one like 28 in a row and be the best team in baseball.
Wait, fucking NXT is on. God damn it.
Yeah, Cameron Grimes is facing JD McDonough right now.
What about JT Dunn?
He wishes he was on NXT.
I feel like I'm just going to wrap this shit up. Let's go to fucking Unusual Deaths.
Let's do it.
I wonder how this will work. If we get a short episode, maybe more people will listen to it. All right, what do you want?
Well, we just did, 1926 last week? Yeah. So let's try something in the we did the 80s a couple weeks ago. What do we got in the 70s?
1970s. Did we do Basil Brown?
We did not. I do not remember that name because that's a cool name.
Basil Brown, 48, a health food advocate from...
the name Basil. How could you not be?
Croydon, England, died from liver damage after he consumed 70 million units of vitamin A and around 10 U.S. gallons, which is 38 liters, of carrot juice in 10 days, turning his skin a bright yellow. Basil, what the fuck, bro? Which is known as carcinosis, turning your skin yellow.
Did you say 70 million?
70 million units of vitamin A in 10 days. That's a lot per day. That's fucking Jordan Devlin. That's who that is. I forgot it's fucking what is it? Ryan McDonough? The fucking hockey player?
JD McDonough. The Irish Ace.
These fucking stupid name changes. God damn.
Well, because they don't want them using their real names anymore.
Fucking just screwing everything up. I'm gonna call him Jordan Devlin. Basil
just call him the Irish Ace.
Brown. Well, yeah, I looked him up. He was born in 1888.
Well, he had a long life. I mean, he lasted till 74, so that's what?
48.
You said 1888?
No, I didn't do the math. It says Basil Brown 48. What a dumb fucking moron.
I don't understand.
That's the reason there is too much of a good thing.
I don't understand.
The Basil Brown, never mind. The Basil Brown that shows up on Google is an archaeologist.
Oh, I was going to say, so when you said 1880, I'm like, there's no way he was 48 then in 1974.
Yeah, it's like that math doesn't add up, but it says he was 48. So yeah, good luck finding out that guy when there's literally another Basil Brown.
I'm really hoping I can find a picture of that fuck.
What a dipshit. All right,
I don't want to say he deserved it, but Burr kind of deserved it.
All right, Edge, go ahead.
All right, so some birthdays on this day. Let's see, in 1860, Lizzie Borden was born on this day. She died in 1927, but
so not the porn star?
Not the porn star, the axe murderer. Howard Schultz turned 70 today.
I don't know who that is.
You don't know who Howard Schultz is?
It sounds like you're stuttering when you're pronouncing his name.
Howard Schultz? Schultz. He's the CEO of Starbucks. Rich fucking guy.
You don't know who Mr. Beast is, so I'm gonna go with he's 69 today.
Giggity.
It's a good age to turn. Hope he got laid.
Former ESPN broadcaster who passed away in 2015, Stuart Scott, would have been 57 today.
A birthday of a dead guy.
Miss that guy.
Yeah, I love Stuart Scott. Booyah.
Benedict Cumberbatch turns 46 today.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Love that guy. And
Not a huge fan. I don't even think he's that good looking.
I like his accent. I mean, he's way more attractive than I am.
That's true, but like I just look at him and I'm like, no, thank you. Seems like a fine gentleman, a good actor, but not a huge fan.
Did you ever watch?
No,
you probably didn't. It was on BBC Sherlock that he was in for a bunch of years.
Yeah, you do love the BBC. Gaylord. What? Sure. Oh no, I know he was in that, but no, I definitely never watched that. I haven't even watched the Robin. I almost said Robin Williams. Fucking why am I blanking on his fucking name? It's Iron Man.
Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, Robert. I've never even seen that Sherlock.
Really?
There's Joe Gacy.
Yeah, they're going to reveal who the guy is tonight.
He just said what the fucking camera. I'm getting the fucking connection unstable, so we should wrap this up.
All right, so Jinder Mahal also turns 36 today.
Fucking love Jinder Mahal.
He's
younger than we are. Jesus.
Yeah, it's depressing. See some deaths that happened on this day. In 2010, NBA player Lorenzen Wright was murdered at the age of 35. 7 years later, in 2017, his wife was later arrested and pled guilty to facilitating first-degree murder and was sentenced to 30 years in prison. So she hired a guy to murder her husband for his $1 million life insurance policy.
I can't get you through fucking life anymore. What are you doing?
Ridiculous. James Garner. Remember James Garner?
Yeah.
He passed away of myocardial infarction at the age of 86.
Oh my God. I was just, what are you, fucking Angie's dad? Myocardial infarction. That's fucking great. Did you not think of that when you said it? Because you said it kind of like him.
I did, but now that you said that, that's amazing.
There was the episode when he was getting married to Stacy Keibler and he has that suit on and he makes fun of him being from Fantasy Island and shit. The jokes he put on is fucking great. It's like, oh, I love his heart. It's like, that's good because on your honeymoon you might have to be massaging it to keep him alive.
Oh God, such a good show. Fucking love that show.
So good.
Some events that happened on this day. So this is kind of going to be a reverse jinx for the Yankees. On this day in 1978, the Yankees started their historic 14-game comeback with a 2-0 win over the Minnesota Twins.
How many games back were they? Like 14?
There were 14 on this day in 1978. 14 games back. They ended up coming back to force that one-game playoff.
Oh God, what's our lead right now? 12?
13.
Oh, that's good. If it was 14, I'd be fucking worried.
It is 13. On this day in 1985, Krista McAleef was chosen as the first school teacher to fly aboard the space shuttle.
McAuliffe.
Oh, McAuliffe. I said that totally wrong. Thank you.
She's dead.
Yeah, she passed away in the Challenger explosion on January 28th.
I'm fucking obsessed with the Challenger. Like the documentary on Netflix was so good.
That does not seem like something you'd be like obsessed with. That's interesting.
Well, like back in the day, because it happened the year we were born. So like I would look up disasters.
8 days after I was born.
And that was one of the things where it was like the Challenger explosion, the Challenger. So I always look it up and you see that the picture they have on Wikipedia is they're like posing. And the documentary shows like them taking the picture. It was fucking insane. And they were all watching that live. They all watched their teachers die. It's nuts.
Did you see originally Big Bird was supposed to be on there too, as a way to get kids to like learn about the space shuttles?
I think didn't they choose that, and then they were like, maybe if we just put a teacher on there, probably smarter. Fucking Big Bird. Well, this whole thing, like they were delayed, and they finally left, and they fucking knew about the problem, and they did nothing. One of the guys was like, it's gonna explode at some point, and fucking did. Fucking awful. NASA idiots.
On this day in 1987, Don Mattingly set the American League record for having extra base hits in 10 consecutive games.
Poor guy. He probably had the worst career timing of anybody ever. He came up like the year after they went to the World Series, and then they never made the playoffs until his last year. Yep. And then he retires, and they win the fucking World Series. Ugh.
He would have been a Hall of Famer, too, if not for the back injuries.
100%.
Easily. Let's see. We have a WWE one. On this day in 2016, WWE marked the reintroduction of their brand split as they once again divided the roster between Raw and SmackDown on the premiere of SmackDown as a live show in Worcester, Massachusetts.
I was watching that. I think we were coming back from bringing Alex from home from California, and I was watching that on my phone. It was like really new and exciting. It's like SmackDown was fucking live. It's like, hell yeah. Corbin, I think, was in the main event with AJ. It was something like that. But it was like AJ's just got to WWE. It's like good times back then.
I was in Minnesota for work when that happened.
Lying naked watching the playoff game?
Kind of. Totally. Do you remember who the top picks were?
In 2016?
2016, the original.
Who the fuck was... Because when the split happened, what month was it?
July.
Because Ambrose was champion.
Yep.
Because they had that triple threat match right as they were like splitting. So he was one of them. I'm sure Roman was one of them. I think Seth was first.
Seth Rollins was the number 1 pick. Dean Ambrose was the number 2 pick.
You think you'd take the champion first, but you're like,
You would
no, I'm gonna
think.
go with Rollins, who's going to beat Ambrose. But just take the champion.
Guess who was drafted 3rd?
Was it Charlotte?
It was.
Oh, God, it was so dumb.
The 5th overall pick
Roman?
was Finn Balor.
Oh, from NXT. That's right. He got
Yeah.
called up. A little high for Finn.
He was really red hot back then, though.
That might have been the birth of Awful.
I think so. It might have been.
Because weren't the primetime play? Can you find that draft right now, real quick? As I think they had a whole after show where like the vaudevillains got drafted, yeah, and fucking primetime players. God, 2016 was like wasn't that long ago, but it feels like it was fucking 20 years ago. Awful.
Okay, so we went. Seth Rollins was 1, then Dean Ambrose, then Charlotte. AJ Styles was the 4th pick, then Finn Balor. Roman was 6. John Cena was 7.
Wow.
Brock Lesnar was 8. Randy Orton 9. The New Day was 10. Sami Zayn was 11.
Damn, Sami Zayn going in the fucking top 11.
Bray Wyatt was 12. Sasha Banks 13. Becky Lynch 14.
The disrespect. They didn't know what they had.
Christopher Irvine was 15.
Christopher Irvine. First took me a second. I was like, who the fuck is that?
Fuck Jericho. 16 was Rusev with Lana.
God.
17th was The Miz with Maurice.
Oof.
18, Kevin Owens. 19,
Yes, it was because I have our video was from 5 years ago in 2016. 42-minute long fucking thing. Oh God.
Really?
Yeah, that's how long that part of the draft was after the show went off the air. I actually watched that shit like it was fucking real.
Baron Corbin went 19. Enzo and
Baron
Cass
Corbin
were
in
20.
the top 20. Wow.
Gallows and Anderson went after Enzo and Cass. American Alpha was 22. Big Show, really, 23. Dolph Ziggler, 24. Nia Jax, 25.
Ugh.
Neville was 26. Natalia, 27. Cesaro, 28. Alberto Del fucking Rio, 29. Sheamus was 30. And then they went to the after show for the Draft Center Live where all those people got drafted.
I'm trying to find the first fucking episode of SmackDown Live. What was the date? Was it July 26th in Buffalo?
July 19th.
July 19th. Oh, in the draft. Dean Ambrose versus Seth Rollins was the main event. I thought there was
for the WWE title.
I thought there was a Corbin match on here. Maybe it was a different. Maybe it was just one of the first episodes because I was actually.
That could have been was one of the first.
Yeah, if this was July, we didn't. I don't know. Yeah, we weren't even close. I went out there in like the winter. So SmackDown Live was good for the rest of that year. Just it was cool having SmackDown be live finally.
Darren Young was managed by Bob Backlund as recently as 6 years ago. That feels like a decade ago.
Fucking Bob Backlund. Oh, that was good times at the draft. I missed the one. I saw a clip. I think it was TikTok where they would have that like, it would go like all over the place, and then it would turn around. And it was like Cena got drafted to SmackDown, and then Raw at the end of the fucking night. Like, cool swerve, guys. Thanks. Oh, the draft.
Insane.
Now it's just jackasses making a pick.
The Shining Stars. That's what Primo and Epico were called. The Shining Stars. Had no idea.
Remember their fucking like they would give like pamphlets to fucking come to Puerto Rico and bullshit.
Oh my God.
They had jobs for so long. It was unbelievable.
Unreal. That's a good way to end the episode.
Yeah, I think this is our shortest episode yet. I kind of like this. But we'll keep going like for longer if we have topics. It's just like I don't think we've actually had a real topic in like 6 weeks.
I'm just waiting for the Yankees to trade for Juan Soto.
I haven't added anything into the Google Doc in like a month.
You dick.
So there's nothing to talk about. It's just baseball. And the fucking Yankees are good, but they still play like shit sometimes. Hey, the referee, see that referee right there? I know that kid.
Really?
It's Joey Gonzalez. His real name is Vince. He used to make like videos on YouTube and stuff. Good fucking kid.
And he got hired in WWE. Wow.
Yeah, he was working as like an independent wrestler. That's so crazy that he's fucking a referee right now in a fucking match on NXT with Cameron Grimes.
Who's better, him or Eddie?
I know him more, but they're both fucking cool. Like I have his Snapchat. He follows me on Instagram.
Really?
Yeah, I've known him for a while. Not
you
well,
should
but
you should send him an Instagram message like, "Nice ref in that match, boy."
I'll just Snapchat it to him and be like, "Hey, I see you." And he'll probably respond, "Who is this? Why are you talking to me?"
New phone, who dis?
Yeah. Well, fucking, I guess McDonough won. What's his name again? JT McDonough?
JD
McDonough. I get it. Jordan Devlin McDonough.
Oh, wow. I didn't even fucking think of that.
I see what they did there. So I'm just going to call him JD from now on.
I didn't even think of that.
1 hour, 16 minutes, 22 seconds. All right. We'll see you all next week.
Bye.